Brand X Reviews. This one I'm going to be talking about the recent developments, I guess. Nothing new really here, but official developments, press release in particular to do with the Doctor Strange film, which is coming out in November of 2016. So about a year away as I record this. The actual American release date is November 4th. Usually in the UK we get things about a week or so early, but that's kind of irrelevant now anyway. Now, there's been a press release. Now, none of this really confirms anything we didn't already know, but I haven't spoken about this film in quite a while on the channel, so I found this as kind of a good opportunity to do this without getting into too much speculation as such, because we've got a press release. So I'm going to try and keep this video short, by the way, so I'm going to kind of speak as fast as I can to blitz through this. So... and also at the end of it, I'm going to speak a little bit more about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, some of the other stuff that's kind of going on there now as well, with the television side of it as well, which is all canon. Now, anyway, back to the thing, Doctor Strange. Now, it's under the headline, Marvel's Doctor Strange begins production. Learn the full cast of the film in theatres November 4th, 2016. So this is, again, you can read this on marvel.com right now, or you can go to brandxreviews.com. So let's read the thing anyway. Marvel Studios announced today that production has begun on Doctor Strange, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Rachel McAdams, and Michael Stuhlbarg. Don't know if I've pronounced that right. With Mads Mikkelsen and Academy Award winner Tilda Swinton. The film, which opens in US theatres on November 4th, is directed by Scott Derrickson, who did Sinister and The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I'm going to mention what I think about that in a moment. The film will be shot in several locations around the world, including London, New York, Hong Kong, Kathmandu, Nepal. And it gets onto the plot of the film. Doctor Strange follows the story of neurosurgeon Dr. Stephen Strange, who after a horrific car accident discovers the hidden world of magic and alternate dimensions. Doctor Strange is the latest film in Phase 3 of Marvel Cinematic Universe. Phase 3's goal over the course of 4 years and 9 films is to introduce audiences to new heroes and continue the adventure of fan favourites. Then it kind of gets a bit about producers and stuff like that, so it's a bit kind of boring after that point. Now, if you don't know who Doctor Strange is, look it up, but this is him. This is one of the figures that I've got. So I imagine this is kind of what he's going to look like in the film. Maybe a little bit kind of toned down, but so there you go. Now, again, one other thing with the story, if you're not fully familiar and you don't mind watching animated feature films, watch this, it's quite good. It's pretty much what I believe the origin story that they're going to go with in the film is. From the sound of the press release, that is the case. So you can get this in the UK, where obviously where I live, so I imagine you can get it in America anyway. Well, I know you can, so I don't even know why I said that. But, so let's break this down anyway in terms of, I'll just go through each paragraph. So the first paragraph of the press release went on about the cast. Now, a great cast, a lot of great actors. Mads Mikkelsen played Le Chiffre in Casino Royale. Really great Bond villain. I'm a massive James Bond fan, so I was really happy with his acting in that. I believe he's going to be in one of the upcoming Star Wars films as well. The Rogue One film, I believe. I could be wrong about that, actually. And also, there's a few other actors like Chiwetel Ejiofor. You'll know him if you see him. He was in 12 Years a Slave. I haven't seen that film, but he was in The Martian quite recently. He was quite good in that as well. And also, there's a few other actors and actresses like Rachel McAdams. She was in Sherlock Holmes. But the casting, anyway, of Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, definitely a wise choice. I know there was a lot of talk about a year ago. They announced it, I think it was early December, they announced last year, 2014, that Benedict Cumberbatch was playing him. And there was a lot of rumours at the time that it was going to be him. There's a lot of kind of wishful thinking that it was going to be him, so that wish was granted. I know there was talk at the time of Joaquin Phoenix, but that never materialised. Well, obviously, never materialised. So that's the casting. Now, the director of the film, Scott Derrickson, who did Sinister and The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I've seen both films. Not a big fan of them, to be honest, but one thing that did stand out about them was the kind of visuals in them, and I can only really credit the director with that. When I say visuals, I don't mean like special effects, I just mean the way they were shot. Certain things, certain creepy bits in those films were done in such a way that it did I think back to those films, I think, not a good film, but that bit was actually quite good, quite effective. So hopefully he's going to bring those skills to the table in this film. Now, I know that Kevin Feige, the producer last year at the Al Capitan Theatre, when they announced the lineup of upcoming films right up to like 2019, I think it was, did say about Doctor Strange, they're going to do things in this film visually that haven't been done in any Marvel film before, but also in any film before. Although they're going to try to do that. Now that's a bit of a bold pledge, is that? So we'll see if they kind of live up to that. But I believe so far, I'm not going to ruin Ant-Man if you haven't seen it, but if you have seen it, there's a certain bit in the film that's a bit kind of trippy, a bit psychedelic. You know which scene I mean. It's near the end. And a lot of people have said that kind of realm, let's just call it that without saying any more. Don't want to spoil it, like I say, if you've not seen it, is possibly where they're going to go in Doctor Strange. We'll see about that, but it was effective in that film. I love that bit in the film. I was watching it, I was like thinking, wow, this shows that they can kind of do stuff in these films that it works in this, it can work in Doctor Strange, definitely, and they can go maybe even further than that. We'll see when the film comes out. I mean, it's just words right now, but we'll see when the film comes out. Is that what we get from? Is that what we take away from it? But anyway, that's kind of the visuals. That's what I think about the director. The film being shot around the world: London, New York, Hong Kong, Kathmandu, Nepal. It's going to be quite a broad scope to this film. It gets on to the plot. It does seem like it's an origin story because it talks about how he has a horrific car accident in the film. I think what happens is he's a surgeon, a neurosurgeon, and he loses the use of his hands, and he goes around the world trying to find a cure. He sees a lot of kind of quack doctors that don't really help him, and then he finds is the ancient one. I think she's called. She's called. We don't know if it's a man or a woman in the film, but and then gets his abilities and becomes a sorcerer supreme. So I believe that's what they're gonna do in this film. I mean, it pretty much says that in the press release here. So it's gonna be an origin story. Now, one thing I find interesting, if you've seen Captain America: The Winter Soldier, there's a bit where it mentions Stephen Strange, and it mentions him as a threat. So I take it that at this point already in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where we're at now, the character of Doctor Strange with his powers already exists, so his origin story could be in flashbacks, similar to Batman Begins, where it's set at a fixed point, but it kind of starts off a few years before and then catches us up to where we're at in the present day. I imagine that's what they're going to do with this. It's worked in a lot of films. I only use Batman Begins as one example, but I'm sure they can do it in this and it'll work fine. A lot of people moan about origin stories, but with Doctor Strange, not a lot of people know who Doctor Strange is, so I think it's kind of important that they do give him at least an origin in flashbacks, if not the first half of the film. So then the thing goes on about Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that the goal over 4 years, which is about the same length as Phase 1, because that spanned over 4 years, which from Iron Man up to that first Avengers film, and 9 films. That's a lot of films within 4 years. We already know that they're going to be doing 2 films a year and then 3 films a year in some of the years. So they really are kind of throwing a lot out there. But that's pretty much it anyway. Like I say, I haven't really spoke about this film for quite a while on the channel, so that's kind of an update as to where we are. Really looking forward to this one. I believe they're going to invest in this character a lot, in that they hope that he's going to be a front runner for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because people like Robert Downey Jr. and Scarlett Johansson, they have massive salaries. If you look at those, and especially Robert Downey Jr., I mean, he's miles ahead of any of the others. So they can't afford to bring the same guys back. Plus, they might not even want to keep coming back or not come back as often as they had in previous years. Especially if Marvel's kicking out 3 films a year. If these actors say, I'll do a film every 3 or 4 years, they need to invest in characters and actors like the Chris Pratt Star-Lord character who fans want to see again, and characters like Loki. They really want this Doctor Strange to be another one of those characters, a fan favourite, so that they can rely on them. And also, if they do another Avengers film, they can bring those characters into it and have them kind of running the show. So I believe that can be done. I reckon with Doctor Strange it can be done. It's about magic, it's about sorcery, all that kind of stuff, and that's always big box office, I guess. I mean, look at Harry Potter and all that kind of stuff. Very, very successful. So that's Doctor Strange. I mean, like I say, I'm going to leave it there for that, but I just want to very quick. I'm going to try and cram this in under 2 minutes because my camera will probably shut off if we run out of time. But the other stuff for the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now, I believe we're going to have a trailer very soon for Captain America Civil War, because there was some talk about the Jimmy Kimmel show, which is going to air tonight, having some of the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the films side of that, obviously, Cinematic Universe, being on the show, and they've kind of hinted there's going to be some surprises. So we'll see if the trailer's there. I'd heard it was actually going to be premiered with Star Wars: The Force Awakens, so 17th, 18th of December, if not, or maybe sometime before, I don't know. But hopefully, I'm hoping it's going to be tonight, because we've waited a long time for this trailer. It should have been out now. It should have been out in October. These trailers usually drop in October for the release, the film that will be out in the subsequent April or May. So it's nearly December, and we still haven't seen it yet. The TV side of things at the moment, we have recently had Jessica Jones series, which is really great. I'm enjoying it. I'm only about 6 or 7 episodes in, but yeah, really great. And I'm not a massive endorser of these TV shows, but if you haven't seen that yet on Netflix, definitely do. It's worth watching. If you've seen the Daredevil series, it's very similar to that. It's all canon. All these things kind of tie in, and there are some references to the events of the Avengers as well, like there was in Daredevil. But I don't want to spoil that too much. Also, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the moment is really getting quite enjoyable, to be honest. And I'm not a big fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm quite a critic of that show. So for me to endorse Series 3 of this again, if you hadn't watched it, or if you kind of checked out earlier on because you got bored of it, I understand. Maybe give it another chance with Series 3 now, because I'm enjoying it, so there might be a chance that you will as well. Series 2 is out on Blu-ray. I haven't reviewed that Blu-ray yet, but I might do, because I've just ordered that. I was a bit slow at getting that, but there's also Agent Carter coming out on Blu-ray in the UK. I think we're a bit behind America with that, but I'll probably be reviewing that next week, because that comes out Monday the 30th of November. But on the same day we also get Ant-Man as well on Blu-ray, so I'm definitely going to be reviewing that. So if you want to come back to brandxreviews.com, do so, and I'll be talking a little bit more about those then. So for now, I think I'll leave it there. One last thing I just want to say, as you can see, I've got the world's worst moustache. Somebody compared me to Hulk Hogan before. I've had Freddie Mercury, all sorts of stuff. So this is for charity. This isn't a new look that I'm sporting, guys. I've mentioned this in other videos. If you want to sponsor me, go to the website brandxreviews.com. I'm doing this for a charity called IDAS, Independent Domestic Abuse Services. More information at brandxreviews.com anyway, like I say, so check that out too, if you want to pledge something, or well, sponsor me on there. You can pay through a website that's on there. It doesn't come to me, it goes straight to the charity. So we'll leave it there anyway. So for now, this is all I really have to say. So check out brandxreviews.com. That's the website, and there's some information coming up on how you can follow us on social media. So for now, I'm going to leave it there and say thank you very much for watching. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just so you know, for more news, reviews and retrospectives, you can like our page on Facebook, simply called Brand X Reviews. But as well as that, you can also subscribe to us on YouTube via this video. You can also bookmark our website, which is brandxreviews.com, which is pretty much a central hub for everything that I've just mentioned. So check that out, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.